not my home. I'm a stranger in this life. I know I don't belong, so I have fixed my eyes on that heavenly prize. I'm going there, where the streets are made with gold, where the milk and honey flow. We'll never grow old in a land beyond compare. I'm going there, where the Lamb will be the light. No more pain and no more night. It'll be alright in the place that God's prepared. I'm going there.
Good morning, everyone, or whatever time you're watching this. It could be like 6:30 at night. So, but good morning. Where we're at, it's 8:30, nice and early. My prime time hour. Avery over here, not so much. She's been on the road for what?
Since Wednesday, so by the time this is out, I will have been on the road like 13 days.
Yeah, bless her heart. I'm kidding. But we are headed to the granddaddy of them all, the Grand Slam of Southern Gospel, National Quartet Convention. And we are just so excited. This is numero uno for me. This is numero... Yeah, 4. I was trying to think of, is it uno, dos, tres, cuatro? You're cuatro for her. We're going on our way to pick up a friend of ours. It will be his first NQC as well. And we are just so excited for this year. All the cool stuff we have in plans. Speaking of this video, it's going to be like, I don't know, you know how long it is because you're watching it. But we're planning on like an hour long.
So actually, it's not an hour long.
I had never done a week long of NQC. This was Evan's first.
Yeah.
I think he overpromised and we got a little overwhelmed. My phone ran out of storage. You got exhausted by Tuesday.
Yeah.
And so we had decided to do a voiceover like we did on the Thanksgiving vlog. And tonight we have the whole gang with us. If you guys want to speak up and introduce yourselves.
Hey, it's Tiffany.
You got Scott.
Hey, this is Jason.
Hey, this is Dawson.
It's Aaron.
And so with that, we're going to carry on with the rest of the vlog. You will hear us pausing the video here and there to explain what is going on in pictures and videos.
All right, we went and did the Lord's work. We got us some breakfast. Avery got her some breakfast. Whoop, whoop. And we brought a friend along. Hey. It's our friend Colton. Hey. Are you excited for NQC, bro?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So he'll be along with me a lot of this week, so you'll get to see a lot of him. All right, we'll see you down the road. All right, we here. Y'all can read it. We are in Tennessee. We just made it in. We're about 15 minutes out of Chattanooga, so not terribly far from the Recon Center. So, yeah, well, absolutely.
She did, in fact, take one of us.
All right, we're in the Chattanooga metro area, kind of in the right before the traffic gets bad, if y'all know where I'm talking about. And so we are headed there, and what would a trip be without road trips? So we got these, you can't really see it on the camera, they are freeze-dried gummy rings. You know those little gummy rings? So
They're peach rings.
They're
just gummy.
Yeah, they're those peach rings, and they're freeze-dried, so they're puffy. They look like this. So I'm going to hand one to Avery. I just washed my hands, so Colton, here you go. Oh, I just dropped that one. there we go. There's yours. And then, let's see, we'll grab one for me. All right, so we're going to taste these. Just give them a 1 out of 5, or, out of 5. I'm probably going to get mine a 1 out of 5. Here we go. Golly. Yeah. It like jellifies in your mouth. It like liquefies in your mouth, and liquefied gummy is not good. Now for the review. I give it a 1 out of 5. That was terrible. Colton?
1. going for a 2.
No.
2.5. That's only because they were really, really crunchy and now they're stuck in my teeth.
make sure you get a water or something to like wet it down afterwards.
It tastes exactly like peach.
It does. Just go get regular peach rings, and then you don't get the whole. Yeah. So just go buy regular ones and don't freeze dry gummies, you weirdos.
I really need that. But I'm not going on camera. Hi, just a traffic update because this is a report from your lovely driver. There was so much traffic on the interstate in Chattanooga that it took me downtown to avoid traffic. It never does that. So anyway, we will see if this adds any more time to our route.
All right, we just made it to the condo here in Pigeon Forge, and we are about to head over to the LeConte Center. We all dressed up in our best attire. Colton in that time, man, he was about to throw it out the window. And so, but we're going to head over to the LeConte Center, and hopefully, maybe one of you are in the next clip. We have made it. We are here. As y'all can see, the LeConte Center is up the way, but island in the back. We are in the middle of Pigeon Forge, all the great, wonderful buses over there. I'll give you $1 if you can name every single one in that shot. I'm for real. If you can do it, I'll Venmo you $1. So we are heading in. We are just about 50 feet away. So Avery's going to film my reaction. Yeah. But Avery's going to film my reaction as we walk in. I got all the film crew stuff and a trash can. So, but you know, that's fine. But we are going to walk in, and we are excited. Actually playing it.
I told you.
This is like Disney World.
This is Disney for Southern Gospel.
Right, yeah. With the music, the voice. This literally feels like a dream here. And not like Gold City Dream, if y'all know what I'm talking about.
Welcome to Gospel Music's largest annual event. Turning Point Ministries presents the National Quartet Convention. You are joining gospel music lovers from all over the world for this one-of-a-kind gospel music experience.
Hi.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Here you are. Is that everything you thought it'd be, Evan?
This is awesome. This is awesome.
All right, boys.
Hey guys, we're here with some Southern Gospel Forward fans. Tell us where y'all are from.
We're from Northern Ireland, and we run country and Southern Gospel television network.
Watchers of the podcast too, so thank you guys so much for watching, and you go check. Is there any way we can watch over here in the States?
Oh yes. Yes, you can indeed. Country and Southern Gospel.com.
Okay, we'll put that on the video. Y'all probably see it down here.
It's on the
Y'all go check it
website,
out.
it's on YouTube and Facebook.
Absolutely.
Very cool.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, here's Evan and Avery. They have found the Heaven Bound Trio product table. Y'all know Heaven Bound Trio is one of our most faithful sponsors here on Southern Gospel Forward. Thank them so much. And hey, they made it to NQC.
The only stars in heaven won't belong to me and you. There'll be no such things broken. All the old will be made new. The thought that makes me smile now, even as the tears fall down, is that the only scars in heaven are on the hands that hold you down.
And here I am with Joe Mullins and the Radio Ramblers. They were all super kind. And this next picture might not make sense to anyone but me, but I got really excited when I saw this box. This logo, Flat Lonesome, is the logo of a former bluegrass group that was one of my favorites. And they went on a hiatus in 2019 and haven't been back. I asked some of the members of the Radio Ramblers, and they said that when Flat Lonesome decided to come off the road, they sold their equipment to them, and they decided to keep the logo on the boxes so that Flat Lonesome's legacy wouldn't die.
I was going
Go
to
ahead,
say,
Jen.
her set that first night completely changed the atmosphere in there.
Yep.
It did.
When Lauren came on, especially when she came down in the crowd, I was like, yes, this is it.
Mhm.
Yep.
And here I am with none other than Mark Trammell and Will Lane.
And here I am with one of our favorite people, Mr. Tate Emmons and Avery.
I had Mr. Jonathan Wilburn.
We're here at the Waffle House. I'm giving the person beside me time to swallow. Introduce yourself, sir.
Hey, folks. This is your White Austin of this. I'm missing the overalls for that.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. You're who are you? Anyhow, I'm gonna learn who this guy is. It's a great night at the Waffle House, and great night. Hey, artist review, the best night at the Waffle House. So,
And here we are at the Waffle House. It's my favorite place to go after singing. And Avery, that would be a time to say, don't cry over spilt milk, but do cry over an uneaten waffle. Look at that.
I hate that waffle.
Did you? I did.
what's up, all our Forward family? We're here at the booth at the National Quartet Convention. As y'all can see, we got the shirts, we got everything you want over here. We want to remind you at 3 o'clock today to meet us at the Sevierville Andes. You might even get to see some familiar faces. Look at there.
I've got a radio thing to do.
Well, yeah.
But I'm here.
You're here, and that's awesome. We
Yeah.
finally got to meet in person. Surprisingly, we've never seen each other in person. So he's a real, actual human being, and so am I. We've learned that. We're not just people in boxes. So it's really cool to meet us. And if you want to meet all the... It's really cool to meet If you want to meet us right here at the Southern Gospel Forward booth. We're going to cut it here.
So this is unneeded necessary information for all of you. So
But we needed fill.
we needed fill time because I owe you 8 minutes. So this is me and Colton. We went to this thing. It's called Skyfly. And then we went to eat at Timberwood Grill. And they sat us like 6 feet apart, like COVID had happened again. But I did get a pretty awesome chicken pot pie, even though it kind of
It looks
doesn't,
like a crab cake.
it doesn't look like a chicken pot pie.
Yeah.
So
It looks deflated.
Didn't look like a
it
chicken.
looks like a couch cushion after I get up.
Oh.
Just me and the bird jamming out Amy's.
On Monday, we started what is hopefully going to be a new tradition, kicking off the NQC week at Andy's Frozen Custard. And it was awesome seeing all of our friends who showed up to join us.
When I arrived at the Andes meetup, I think the best part was seeing all these people out of their box for the first
Yeah.
time and knowing, hey, you are real.
Yeah, I loved meeting everybody and hanging out, even if it was hot. But hey, we were eating ice cream, so it's all good, right?
That's true.
Yeah, this would probably make one of those good caption this moments. I don't really know exactly what was going on between me and Jay Lee, but we really are seriously trying to figure something out here.
I just finished watching Angie Prim. It is Monday night of NQC, and I want to show you the concourse. Let's see. So this is tribute. For those of you who haven't been here, the concourse is quite literally the coolest place you will ever see. It's just bubbling full of people. You get to see everybody you know. Like Miss Susan Guppy. Hi. How are you? Oh, so good. Good to see you. You run into all kinds of people like that. There's the main doors in. Not really sure who's on right now. I think it's handlers. I just saw Angie Prim. I didn't start halfway back. It's just a lot of concourse. I'll get the rest of it later this week. Here's the hoppers, and they're right across from the NQC booth where you can get all kinds of NQC merch. And then there's the Whistles. You got the Harbor Agency if you get hungry. There's food. There's also the food court. I will show you the food court later. There's Scotty Inman. He's actually out talking to people. We've got Jonathan Wilburn over here. Mark Lowry, Jim and Melissa Brady, the Bluth brothers, of course. Everybody's out. You can meet all your favorite artists. Everybody is so friendly and welcoming. I wanted to show you a little bit more around this corner and into our booth, because that's where I'm headed. There's Greater Vision, beside the Kramers. And around the corner is Mark Trammell Quartet with the SGMA Hall of Fame and the Mylan Hayes family. I'll show you Mylan Hayes family's booth because they are all decorated. Hi! For Christmas with their new album. There's the Kingdomaires. The Littles. Sometimes we need some vacuums. There's the Kingsmen. And then the Singing News and Daywind. You can buy all your tracks. You can subscribe to Singing News. They've got some merch too. It's super cool. Here's the Mighty Perrys. And like I said, this is my favorite part. It's just walking around and getting to see everyone. This is the Simmons family, which you haven't heard them. Go and listen. There's one of our guests. There's Nick Wilkie.
Hey, everybody.
What's up? You're going to go in the vlog.
Awesome.
This is my POV. I was showing them the concourse. I said this is my favorite part.
Yeah.
Just walking around and seeing everybody.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Good to see y'all.
Good to see you. All right. We'll go around through here. Like I said, there's just everybody and anybody. There's Anthem Edition. And you can just come and talk to your favorite artists and industry folk. I won't go down every aisle down through here, but I will show you some. You can just see, there's our friends down there at the very end. Thomas Land and Sound Street are down that way. We've already been down that way chit-chatting with everybody. The Irwins are going to be here later this week, so I will make sure to come by and see their booth. There's some more that you can come around and see. Here's my Harbor Radio, which is pretty cool. I've been interviewing some folks. It's been fun to watch. Here's the Inspirationals of Texas. And then look who it is. It's Southern Gospel Forward. Hi. I'm back. All right, here's the other side of the concourse. So we've got the Lore family here. They're on right now. I went in to watch the Chitons. And then got grabbed. So I think the Lore family's on now. There's Gold City with their new album. And buy it exclusively at NQC. That's a pretty cool deal. There's a few more of Gold City. Jeff. There's Lefevre Quartet. There's Mike Lefevre himself. He had so much fun. We'll carry on down this way. There's the Griffith family. If you haven't heard them, they were at Singing in the Smokies. They are fantastic, and they're not far from me and Evan in Silicaga. And the Becky Simmons Agency. She's been a long time booking agent for a lot of different groups. Here we have Phil Cross and Poet Voices, along with the Guardians. And all the Guardians, I think, are pretty well out there. I know Pat Barker is. Here's the event hall once again. And like I said, I think the Lore family's on at the moment. Maybe Mylan Hayes family is going on. This is the line to meet Karen Heck. And she will stand here till everybody has met her. Here's Endless Highway. There's some of my favorites, and hopefully we'll have a couple of them on soon. There's the rest of Karen Peck and New Ribbon, all working the table, socializing. There's the Dixie Echoes and the Chuck Wagon Gang, Miss Shay. There's the Inspirations, and Luke and Wyatt are at the table at the moment. And across the way, we've got Troy Burns family and the Singing in the Smokies. I made that seating chart, so buy your tickets. It's pretty cool. Hi! You want to say hi? Hey. This is the vlog. You're going to be on the Southern Gospel Forward vlog. I was saying I helped make that seating chart over there, so buy your tickets because you don't want to miss singing in Smokies. We'll see y'all. Bye. Woo. I almost ran into somebody. That happens quite a bit. Here's Triumphant is over here. They're going on tonight. Can't wait for that. And then there's Danny Thunderbird. There he is. And his beautiful wife, Michelle. There's Stan Whitmire. And now we're back over here with trivia. You've already seen this part, so I'm going to end it right here. Oh my goodness. Very crowded.
So this is the Millers from Pennsylvania, and fun fact we found out at NQC about them is they host their own singing schools. So if you're in the Pennsylvania area, go and attend their singing schools because, as you can hear from the video, they're pretty talented. I loved hearing this out in the concourse.
So I've met Jeff Chapman before, but as a bass singing fan, like, Jeff is just the coolest guy ever. So Jeff walked up to me and said my name, and that is why I am in the floor in this photo, is because I got to meet Jeff. As well as this picture of me crying. Now everyone who knows me knows I'm not a crier, but getting to experience NQC, this was after one of the groups had closed. They'd had a big number. I can't remember the song or anything because I was so emotionally wrecked. But it was quite the experience and an awesome night for a show.
I was thankful to meet Kyle Goodson and catch up with my good buddy Caden Howell. And there's Avery and Evan with our great friend Nicholas Wilkie. And I don't know what's going on with Evan and this thing on his shoulder, but anyway.
I'll fly away. Some black morning when this life is over, I'll fly away to the home of God's western shore. I'll fly away, fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away in the morning when I cry, hallelujah, my. Set my soul free, and when he said Jesus, he said for me.
Hi everyone, so we just wrapped up night 2 of NQC. We came outside and everybody is out here waiting because it's pouring. So this will be entertaining because we are parked almost to the island. But I'm going to give you guys a little shot of everybody waiting on the trolleys.
Trans-stop in each section of the river walk. Free shuttles to the mountain walk located above and across Peaceful Lane. Pick up on the
Yep. That's to art yourself. Boom. This is mine, I know. We are here at the Sunliner Diner, getting ready to go over to the Hall of Fame inductions. And I am joined by quite the crew. We've got our co-host Evan chugging down a milkshake.
Shake.
And then we've got our buddy Colton over there. But then I'm gonna flip it around. We've got Brianna, hi, and Hannah, one of our daily posters. So we just finished up, as you can see from our plates. It was more than we could eat, but it was a great time.
As a longtime fan of Legacy 5, it was really a neat thing to be able to be a part of their 25th anniversary celebration at NQC, just sitting there, hearing them sing a bunch of their hits. And I actually remember 1999 when they first hit the stage as Legacy 5, and to see some of the former members come back at NQC and to see this take place, it was a really special time.
So I've said it in several interviews, and including my Southern Gospel Forward guest episode, but Scott Howard was the first voice that I heard in gospel music, because the first CD I heard was the Legacy 5 Monuments Project, and he had the first featured song on there. So for him to come back for the 25th anniversary thing was really cool, but even cooler was getting my picture with him, because I told the story about NQC 2020, getting to meet him and tell him how much he influenced me as a kid, and then for him to show up specifically to hear Promised Land set the next night and then come by the table and say that was really cool. But he also remembered me at this past convention, and so got my picture with him, and getting to hear him sing That's What Grace Is For one more time. I'm glad I sat near the back because I cried. But that whole showcase was great. I'm a huge Legacy 5 fan, always have been, and was really glad to see those guys on the stage again.
So next on Tuesday was the SGMA Hall of Fame inductions.
So the first inductee of the class of 2024 was Herb Henry, and he's been a longtime friend to Southern gospel music as a promoter on the West Coast. He has hosted so many groups over the years with his family group. He sung the gospel, and he's just an outstanding man, and it was an absolute thrill to see him inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and can I say I was so impressed with his family. I can understand why they called him the first family of gospel music in California, because they were outstanding.
Absolutely.
In that land.
So another inductee that day was Jeff Stice, and Jeff played for such groups as the Blackwood Brothers, the Nealons, Perfect Heart, the Kingdom Heirs, and then lastly, Triumphant Quartet. And Jeff was just an all-around great guy, great piano player, and was loved by just a host of people through the years.
One of the inductees that day was one of my favorite all-time singers, old 6'4", 94, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Mike Holcomb. This guy has been just a hero for, I think, everyone who's ever listened to gospel music. And really an awesome guy, an awesome preacher, has one of the biggest hearts for young people. And I was so glad to finally get to see it. My first Hall of Fame inductions, this guy be inducted, because I've been rooting for him for years to get in.
Sing their way right into your heart. From Bryson City, North Carolina, here's the Inspirations. John Solomon read singing in the Bible. In the Bible we're told it's small for all jasper and sweet sounding gold. He saw it descending on heaven, from heaven above. It had the foundations all filled with God's love. I'm bound for that city. I'm bound for that city.
So it was really, really cool getting to see Wayne get this honor, because I know that I'm totally biased because he's producing our records now, but Wayne has been a musical genius, not just in gospel music, but in all kinds of genres of music. He's had his hand in it, and he is a genius and has been for years, and I'm glad that he finally got some well-deserved recognition. But what was funny about this, and what you may not have seen if you weren't there and were just watching clips online or something after the fact, was, because I went out to our bus after the Legacy 5 showcase to drop some stuff off, and then I came back in for the Hall of Fame, and I saw Wayne in the back of the room and spoke to him really briefly. But what was funny being there in person was when his name was called, watching him sprint from the back of the room to get up to the stage to accept the award, because he had no idea that he was getting anything. So seeing him get caught off guard like that, because he's so quiet and unassuming, it was a really, really cool moment for those of us who have gotten to know him and work with him on a personal level. And so, congratulations, Wayne. Well deserved.
This last inductee was absolutely bittersweet. Most of y'all know I serve on the board of SGMA, and I've served alongside of Kelly for the last couple of years. She and Jason, precious friends, hosted them at a church that I served at for many years. Both Jason and I was at, and we hosted them. We sure hated, we'll never forget the moment that we heard that we lost Kelly earlier this year, but it's just a fantastic tribute to the Nealon family. She was deserving. The last text messages that we exchanged was over when we first just announced the inductees, And Kelly was so excited, just so thrilled, and just knew, that Rex would be so proud of her. So it was a blessing to be here and be present for her to be inducted. And mercy, how we miss Kelly.
And here's her daughter, Autumn, singing her mother's signature song just for her.
I got chills all over again.
The Karen did a wonderful job despite fighting tears and laryngitis to honor her dear friend Kelly.
Here is Evan with Wayne Hahn and Avery with Eric Bennett, and there's no one I love in Southern gospel music more than Jay Lee and Jared Vanderslice.
The man, the myth, the bear.
So I walked up to the Kingsman's table to meet Ray because everyone who knows me knows I'm a Kingsman nut, and I wanted to meet Ray. But he wasn't there. I was met by these two things. Brady in some bear ears and a sign from Ray. But eventually, I ran around enough, just enough, to find the legend himself, old Cuz.
When things go wrong, he'll make them right. And none of the good times, God in the bad times, God in the bad times, God of the day, the God of the day, is still God in the night, is still God in the night. Oh, the God of the day, He's still God in the
Here's Avery with Linda Randall, and I really enjoy catching up with Ivan and Kenna, and this was one of my favorite moments of NQC. I happen to have a couple of albums from early in Kenna Turner West's career, and actually one was picked up by one of the Morrison sisters, but I still had this one in tow, and Kenna came by, pulled it out to her, mortified her just a smidge, but we had a really fun moment, and I appreciate her signing that for us. But that is definitely a blast from the past. I believe she said she was 18, maybe. I think that's how old she said she was in that. But we love Kenna Turner West, one of the most fantabulous songwriters in Southern gospel music and a precious soul. It was a great moment.
Yeah. And then there's me with Sue Dodge. She will forever and always be one of my big heroes. I love listening to her on all those old albums she's on, especially the Spear Family stuff that she did. That was just amazing.
She also told me she's a big fan of Snicker bars. So if you ever see her, go get her a Snicker bar.
Only when her husband's not with her.
Yeah, if her husband's at the table,
no Snickers.
No goes.
Here's a picture of us at the Southern Gospel Forward table.
Here's two of my longtime friends, Trenton Williamson, who is with For the King out of Mississippi, and Luke Vaught from The Inspirations.
Jesus made me to the cross and God on Calvary. He went to the tomb on the third day. He won the victory. I know I've been washed in the blood since Jesus saved my soul. He washed me, He cleansed me up, and He made me white as snow. Since Jesus saved my soul, He washed me, He cleansed me up, and He made me white as snow. He washed me, He cleansed me up, and He made me white as snow.
Every year, I get so excited to see Authentic Unlimited because it's normally the only time I get to see them in the year. So I might look cool, calm, and collected in this picture, but on the inside, I was hyperventilating again.
So seeing this picture reminds me that there were 2 times that the Promised Land Quartet booth had an unusually high amount of traffic during convention week. One was when Ivan Parker was in the building because after being a presenter at the Fan Awards, he came and hung out at our table. And so we had a steady flow of people coming in to hang out with a bona fide gospel music legend. The other time was when Tiffany dropped off her baked goods to store them at the Promised Land Quartet table.
I am Bitter Betty, party of one, because I heard about these fantastic delicacies and I did not get to sample one. So I hope to rectify this at NQC 2025.
So if Scott is throwing a pity party, so am I, because I also did not get a chance to partake in the goodness that is in this picture.
And I would just like to point out, for the record, I told everybody on this panel that they were there and various other people in Southern Gospel Forward fam, and I was not stingy. Evan and Avery did avail themselves of these baked delicacies, and the rest of you were free to do so as well. So it was not for lack of advertisement. It wasn't me being stingy. It just happened that way. But anybody who came by that asked for these got to enjoy these pumpkin snickerdoodles there on the bottom and the strawberry cheesecake cookies up top. And both of them are excellent because Tiffany cannot go wrong when it comes to baking. This is why I have diabetes, but it's worth it.
Any words from the chef?
So yes, for Scott and Jason, I will make sure the situation gets taken care of. And this year I'll make sure not to give them straight to Aaron because he didn't share the wealth.
Listen, I only got one of each from Aaron, so he was stingy with them.
I guess this is confession time. I only had 3 of them, but I didn't have lunch that day, so thanks for lunch, Tiffany.
So my photo on the left here was actually us trying to show off our teacher mean muggin face. And I am not going to lie, I am almost laughing in this photo. And then my other photo is with Bailey Hayes. And I was fangirling the whole time because they are, in my opinion, the best family in Southern gospel music that I've ever heard.
Well, who knew that after meeting Tiffany in person a month later, she'd be my partner?
So here is Joseph Habedank and Autumn Nealon Streetman together on stage, singing Goodness of God. And just being in the room that night, you could just feel the spirit as the two of them stood on stage together and just really, in my opinion, gave a demand performance.
Y'all know me. I'm the biggest fangirl on this whole platform. And I'll tell you what, I fangirled hard getting to sign this feller's arm. And as y'all can see, I signed his knuckles. So every time he looked out at people, they saw my name. So if you got punched by Andy, sorry.
My picture is blurry because that was how excited I was. I have always seen him walk around with the autographs all over him. And so to get to sign him was, I don't know. I thought it was epic.
So I'm sitting in the audience watching a concert. I don't remember who was on stage that night, but here comes Andy with a Sharpie and throws his arm up and says, "Here, will you sign this?" And I will have to say that was a first for me.
And I also was asked, but I didn't get the picture. But yeah, I actually saw this start last year because I didn't know what was going on, and I hadn't met Andy yet. And I asked somebody, "Who is that?" And it says Dwayne Scarin's son. And yeah, I've never seen that's the only time in all of my years since like about 1985, 6, traveling around to Southern Gospel concerts that I've ever seen body parts signed. Anyway.
I have walked through the wilderness on the way to the promised land. Marched around the walls of the enemy till an enemy fell into my hands. Some days I'm weary, but I don't give up. I keep going on and sure enough. Someday my final destination on the narrow way. Started at the cross and then across to the pearly gates. My feet will walk the golden road someday. My feet will walk the golden road someday. If you're looking forward to walking the golden streets of heaven one of these days, can I hear you say amen? I'm a pilgrim living here below. Step by step, I am on my way. Don't you see, I gotta keep my feet a-going until I finally see my Savior face to face. I might start running and I might just dance, kicking up the dust of the promised land. My feet will walk the golden road someday. My final destination on the narrow way. Started at the cross and went across to the pearly gates. My feet will walk the golden road someday. My feet will walk the golden road someday. Some days I'm weary, but I don't give up. I keep going, no, sure enough. I might start running and I might just dance, kicking up the dust of the promised land. My feet will walk the golden road someday. My final destination on the narrow way. Started at the cross and then across to the pearly gates. My feet will walk the golden road someday. My feet will walk the golden road someday. My feet will walk the golden road someday. Some days I'm weary, but I don't give up. I keep going, no, sure enough. I might start running and I might just dance, kicking up the dust of the promised land. My feet will walk the golden road someday. My final destination on the narrow way. Started at the cross and went across to the pearly gates. My feet will walk the golden road someday. My feet will walk the golden road someday. My feet will walk the golden road someday.
We got a picture of the signature splits.
Yes, and I did them. Tiffany, what would you rate this? You've seen the signature split for a little bit now. So what would you rate mine?
I'm gonna say looks a little unstable. Maybe an 8 out of 10.
Oh, we'll go back to the drawing board for next year. Aaron, what do you give it?
The lunge, the split, whatever you want to call it, it's ended up being expected, so I'm glad that you guys captured that. Evan, 10 out of 10, buddy. Matter of fact, I give both of us a 10 out of 10 because Tiffany has repeatedly said that she thought I was going to split my pants on main stage of Quartet Convention if nowhere else. So the fact that I didn't do that on the main stage or in the exhibit hall, and neither one of us split our pants, actually. 10 out of 10 for both of us, buddy. This clip probably deserves a quick explanation. So going into convention week, we knew we were going to be down a bass singer because our bass singer, Steve Barnett, had been struggling with kidney stones for most of the summer, and they were bad enough he had to have surgery on both kidneys to get them out. And he was still recovering from the second surgery, so we decided to give him an extra week to recuperate. So we coordinated with Phil Cross and Poet Voices, and they graciously agreed to loan us KC for our main stage set, because KC sang bass here at Promised Land Quartet for about 5 years. So it was cool getting to sing with him again. Well, we sang all the way down, and by the time Monday rolled around, Joey, our tenor, woke up talking like a bass singer, which is not ideal for a tenor singer to be doing, and he ended up testing positive for COVID. So we were kind of scrambling trying to figure out what to do for the set, and Gene happened to run into Michael Booth, and we had hit it off with him after we worked a date with him earlier this year, and he graciously agreed to fill in for the main stage set, and of course he put his own spin on it, having the words up there and just making it funny. But he had a blast, and we had a blast, and it was just another example of the gospel music family pitching in and helping others out in their time of need.
Are you holding a flashlight to his neck?
No, it's a razor.
Oh,
It'd be a taser.
So this is a picture from Wednesday morning. It's an accurate representation of how Evan and I felt.
Yeah.
And I had warned Evan there wasn't no tired like NQC tired, and he did not believe me until that morning. We were both exhausted. I had never done a full week, so it was hitting me as well. And no, that's not a flashlight or a taser I'm holding up to his neck. It's an electric razor. We had pictures later that day, and I was making sure he was nice and shaved, and I didn't know he was taking that picture.
This was a fun moment for Southern Gospel Forward as we met up with Logan Taylor. He is a fantastic photographer. He did a wonderful job with us, y'all. It was raining. It was nasty. It was a nappy day. I mean, it was just bad. He took us outside on the overwalk between the upper parking lot and the LeConte Center, and the pictures were amazing. So we appreciate Logan and the fantastic job he did for us.
Yeah, he made all of us look good despite the weather. I mean,
Look at that. Boy, I ain't never looked better in my life.
we got Scott and Jason's nice little headshots. And then you got us. Next year, Tiffany, we got to get you in there.
so also on Wednesday after the photo shoot was the Singing News Fan Awards. And I think Avery and I can both agree that Tessa Drammel did an excellent job being the trophy person, and maybe one day her and I could fill those shoes.
Yes, if anybody is watching that has control over who is the trophy person, me and Tiffany would love to share. It's been a bucket list item for me ever since I was small.
So we're not going to post a whole lot of photos from the fan awards. If you are a subscriber to Singing News TV, you can go and catch all of the fan awards there. Or if you're not a subscriber, it'd be a good idea to do it and support Southern gospel music and the Singing News. But it was
an inspirational night.
It was a great award show. Very well done. Presentation was great, and we enjoyed it.
Congratulations to all the winners.
Yep.
Oh, I love this part.
Happy birthday to you.
This was a huge moment of blessing for Southern Gospel Forward as we celebrated, and it was a few weeks past, but still we celebrated our first birthday. It's been a fantastic year, now almost a year and a half for Southern Gospel Forward. And we really want to say thank you to the support of Arthur and Tammy Rice. They love young people, and they helped us out with the preparation and delivery of this cake, and it was amazing. And we just thank everybody who came to the table to celebrate with us on that afternoon. It was a joyous occasion, and we can't wait to celebrate number 2. We may not do the same thing again, we'll see, but we just thank y'all for helping us celebrate our first year.
Hello friends, we are here at the Southern Gospel Forward booth. It is in the Greenbrier room, booth 604, and look what we got already. The birthday cake. I almost put my finger in it because I don't know camera perception, but be in here at 4:30. That thing is huge. I mean, it's bigger than my head. So there's enough for all of you to be here.
There was
Come
not
and be
enough
here.
cake.
There wasn't. I lied
you're
to you
not
guys.
doing
I'm
anything,
sorry.
Come by.
It was gone
You got
within
it. It's right
25
here. Come get
minutes.
your
Yeah. Anyone who is in the general vicinity, whatever the word is, we all want to thank you for supporting Southern Gospel Forward in this past year and about 3-ish months. And we want to thank you all for being supporters or for being interviewees on our episode. And we love you all, and we look forward to seeing what God has in store for this awesome organization. Y'all give a hand to Brother Scott. This was your brother. And all the rest of the co-hosts, Riley, Avery, everyone go shout for Aaron over there. Elvis. Yeah, y'all give them and our producer. Y'all give So, let's dig into some cake, my friend.
I cut way too big of a piece.
That first
For that.
piece was a whopper, baby.
We did end up clogging up the entire hallway.
The crowds that I had to fight to get through the concourse and to the cake was insane, but it was totally worth it in the end.
So it got down to the point where we didn't have enough cake to go around for everyone. And I literally had people who were like, just scrape what you can and put it on a plate for me. And so people ate just frosting and what was left over, and they were happy about it. So thank you guys for being cooperative with us.
I do want to give a shout out to Dwayne Guerin, who joined us for our celebration. He has been behind us from the beginning, and we appreciate him being an encourager to us and just how much he puts into the ministries of young people in Southern Gospel.
We are here in the Greenbrier Room, booth 604. Avery, we just got all the cakes off.
The entire sheet cake
It's-
in about 25 minutes.
It's all gone, but we had a surprise. For all the Ford fans, Braves Fan 98 may be a familiar name. And guess what? This is Braves Fan 98.
Oh, what?
What up, people? Braves Fan 98 does exist, and he's right here in the flesh. You probably should have been wearing a Braves hat. That would have made
I
sense.
had one at home, but I had to wear Southern Gospel / church hat.
Right. So now we should just make you Endless Highway Fan 24. So, the man, the myth, the legend, we finally revealed Braves Fan 98. Awesome.
So this here is the #1 fan of Southern Gospel Forward. If you think it's you, it's not. It's Anthony Pritchett, man. This dude has been the biggest supporter. We knew him about 2 years before Forward ever existed, but this guy walks up to us and gave us the best birthday gift one could give. Anthony, take it away, my brother.
Dear SGF, I want to congratulate y'all for your first anniversary of building this wonderful community of young people. This community has been needed for years, and God brought it for such a time as this. I enjoy watching you whenever an episode or a vlog comes out. It's an honor for me to attend this special event with you at the largest gospel music annual event, the National Quartet Convention. I am so excited for how God is going to use this community to make an impact on not only gospel music, but for God's kingdom. This group is a blessing to me, and I thank God for bringing some of the best gospel music friends I could ever have for this community. I hope you have a great rest of the week, and God bless Southern Gospel Forward. Blessings, Brother Anthony Pritchett.
So this ended up being my favorite picture from the entire week that I took. Anthony he had no idea how much I needed a hug right then. I was tired and exhausted. But that reminded me why we were doing what we were doing. And I am so glad we have this community.
Yeah.
There's Matthew and Eric.
Because Eric grabbed me up and asked me for a photo, and I love that, man. Eric is such a hero.
This young version of the Mighty Kingsmen are sounding better than ever.
Anthony's my buddy. Well, Anthony's all of our buddies. I mean, you saw the note that he left us on our first anniversary, but for him to come up to me in the hallway and want a picture, even though I wasn't necessarily dressed up yet. And he's just so enthusiastic about this music and about Southern Gospel Forward. Having somebody like that in our corner is just awesome. And we love Anthony, and it was really, really cool getting to meet him finally.
I was going to say, Aaron, this was the pre-cake photo.
Yep, Selfie Queen got me in one of them, and it was in between tasting the cake and eating it. But Tiffany is one of my closest and oldest friends, and the fact that she is on the panel now, I mean, she fit right in from day one, even as a viewer, but that guest hosting thing that she did, I'm so glad that it fit like a glove, and she agreed to come on board as a full-time panelist.
We love Maria so much. She is such a blessing to our ministry, and she's become such a good friend to all of us. I really appreciated her friendship through the week.
We love Ben too.
Yeah, we love Ben too. He's a great guy. I just didn't get a picture with Ben.
I wish I could have been there when the nights were prepared with just the dishes of bread to see the little boy packing on the rest. I wish I could have been there to see the legend of me, giving up at the seas, even more than the people made us play. I wish I could have seen the slogan when they're rolling away, when they looked inside the corner where the great goals play. I didn't see, but now I think that he was sitting in the air, and I really wish I could have been there. He commanded Lazarus to walk, for crying out of his grave, and in the Galilean storm is not a coming away. Yes, I wanna feel memories flowing on my face. I wanna know the smell, I wanna taste the taste, just to read about it. Could not compare. I wish I could have been there when the nights was prepared, but just to kiss his breath, to see the little boy packing up the rest. I wish I could have been there to see the legend to me, giving up the sport, see the multitudes of people Jesus bless. I wish I could have seen the storm that went rolling away, when they looked inside the photo where the grave closed, and I didn't see that I believe that he was sitting in the air, and I really wish I could have been there. Well, I wish I could have been there for the nights were red, with just the dishes of bread, to see the little boy packing up the rest. I wish I could have been there, see the land that could lead, hear the love that could speak, see the multitudes of people Jesus bless. I wish I could have seen the storm rolling away, when they looked inside the door where the great host lay. I didn't see, but I believe that he was sitting in the air, and I really wish I could have been there. But I didn't see, but I believe that he was sitting in the air, and I really wish I could have been there. Oh, yes, I knew I could have been there.
Evan and I were hyperventilating after that because we are huge Perry fans. That was amazing to see everybody.
And you know what? We should let the producer talk about the production side of things and a little bit of a shout out to all the people who work backstage. Jason, we want to shout out you for being the best producer in the world. And we'll let you shout out the other producers at the National Quartet Convention.
Well, I will say this, and I have obviously never been a part of something that grand as the National Quartet Convention as far as all of the stuff that they do. But it is a huge task, I know. And those guys and gals, they really do a fantastic job at NQC.
So this was a fun moment in the booth. You know, the week had gotten long, so you kind of just sit around and hang out. I really hate that I don't have the video from this anymore, but this was just a fun time watching the young folks sit around with a guitar and sing some good old Southern gospel music. And I love to hear young people, like you see in this photo, singing old style, traditional Southern gospel music. It was just a fun experience for this old guy to sit back and watch.
Yeah, and I promised I was singing along. I was just multitasking. I was writing and singing.
Yeah, she was absolutely throwing in the alto.
Yeah, and Allie, oh my gosh, what a soprano voice.
Mm-hmm.
I wish you guys could have heard it because it's beautiful. Oh, this night was fun.
Y'all missed it last night.
we went out all together as like the Alabama club, I guess, because everybody in this picture is from the state of Alabama.
Roll Tide.
And we all ate at cookout till the wee hours of the morning. This is also where we found out Cody can do a better Elvis impersonation than Evan can.
Indeed.
But I really feel like Colton's face and demeanor in this picture sums up NQC Tired in one photo.
This is a perfect representation of every artist after about day 5 of convention. This is perfect. Colton nailed it.
So Thursday found me in a very rainy Knoxville for a job interview. Praise the Lord, I got the job I interviewed for. I will not be moving to Knoxville, but I am working with the company. So that was a good day.
And me and Kyle went shoe shopping.
But we don't have any pictures of that.
We don't.
What we do have pictures of is playing putt-putt golf because there was nothing else to do because of the rain.
So I told them whenever I left, I said I'm getting on live with Singletary. So I'm sorry, Josh, for following you around, but I got on the live with Singletary. So these are our great friends, Clear Vision. We've been knowing this ministry for a long time. They've been traveling to mine and Avery's church for, gosh, since the dinosaurs roamed around.
It's been a long time, though.
But they are wonderful guys. John, Donnie, Steve. So if you're ever in Alabama and you want to hear a great local trio, come see these Clear Vision guys.
When you think about young folks in Southern gospel music, one of the first names that come to mind are the Irwins. Such a fantastic family. We love this precious family, young folks, great friends. We had Katie on the show, and she was probably brought some of the most energy to any of our interviews. We love them, and they are a big cheerleader for us. And their parents, Pastor Dennis and Miss Tiffany, we just love the Irwins, and we're so great to see them. Does anybody bring more energy to the stage than Jonathan Wilburn? And as Tiffany said earlier, nobody does it better than the Mylan Hayes family.
I just wanted to say that I had a great time. This was my first full year of NQC.
We had an awesome time hanging out with Dawson. We sat in there. We sat in there a while and watched a lot of groups, and he is just awesome to hang out with.
Gold City is bringing back the classic sounds of the golden era of Gold City, and it's always great meeting young fans like Kaylee Widener.
I sat behind this guy, and Dawson might have been still sitting with us when this happened, but he just worshiped like that the whole time. And I thought right then, because I was like ready to go home, and I thought, we get distracted by all the busyness of NQC, but this is the reason NQC happens right here, is to get together with fellow Christians from around the world and worship God, because
Amen.
that's the reason we're all here.
It's probably pretty well known that I'm not a night owl, so most evenings when the young folks headed to the Waffle Houses or Mel's, I did not partake. I went to bed. But on this particular night, it was awesome hanging out with Avery and Evan at Mel's Diner, and we had a good meal and good time together. And I appreciate them so much. It seems like it was just yesterday when we got together and I threw this little idea out to them in Arab, Alabama, and they're like, maybe, it kind of sounds good. And here we are. So it was great spending the week and spending this night with Avery and Evan.
This was the view of our backyard from our condo on Friday morning. I was just glad this was the worst of the hurricane that we got. Little did we know the devastation that was happening in other parts of East Tennessee and Western North Carolina. We were just happy to see blue skies for the first time since Monday morning because it had been raining the entire week.
And speaking of blue skies, right there in the foreground of the picture, we see the greatest theater in the world, the Comedy Barn. And shout out to my boy Zach. He watches forward, and he's also the band leader of the Comedy Barn. So shout out to him. But then we went next door to the sister restaurant of the Comedy Barn, the Frizzle Chicken. And if you really want a place to giggle while you're eating breakfast, this is definitely the place. Me and my boy Elvis Presley, however you say his name, but we were eating up in there, and I even got to see other animals on the trip. Yeah. Me and my boy, the raccoon. Now, I didn't take pictures with the artist, but I did take a picture with this raccoon.
We're not really sure where it came from or who it belongs to, but...
I'm pretty sure it's Mark Trammell's, but he won't admit it.
No, I doubt it. Hi, everyone. The sun is back out again. It's been rainy all week, but it's finally out. The wind is picking up, but that's all right because we are headed into the Lacan Center, and today is a special day for SGF because it's shirt day. I've got mine on. Evan's got his on. He's already inside checking out C.T. Townsend and the chapel, but I woke up a little late, had to get ready. So I'm now over here getting ready to go watch Mark Trammell's 50th anniversary celebration. What an accomplishment for him.
The Baines Bunch caught up with Kurt Talley for a photo after his showcase. Out of all the showcases, this was probably the highlight for me of the week, as I've grown up my entire Southern gospel life admiring Mark Trammell. He's definitely one of my singing heroes. I've enjoyed getting to know him better through some associations I have in the industry, and 50 years in Southern gospel music is just an amazing benchmark. And he is absolutely the model quartet man, and it was just so awesome seeing NQC celebrate him during this showcase. So congratulations, Mark Trammell, 50 years in Southern gospel music.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's just a baritone. Oh.
And friends are friends forever if the Lord's the Lord of them. And a friend will not say never, 'cause the welcome will not end. Though it's hard to let you go, in the Father's hands we know that a lifetime's not too long to live as friends. He's all of everything that's got a name on the world. My home, the world of fame, if I could still, I wouldn't take nothing for my children now. Now remember those folks. We were raised on the happy givers. I sing this singing, keep it up.
Endless Highway is always a fan favorite during NQC week.
This was on Saturday, I think, and like, y'all, I don't think I've ever been this tired in my life. Like, look at me in this picture.
Yeah,
I'm the smiliest person on earth, and I ain't even grinning.
I told him, I said, you better at least pose nice for Mom. And then this was the marquee at the arcade at the island. It said, "Wake me up when September ends," and
what a mood.
Yeah, we definitely all felt that. I think I'm still catching up on my sleep.
Honestly, me too.
Avery poses with Gary Casto and Trevor Cockle. And Tim Lovelace is always a crowd favorite at NQC, as are the Whiznets. Is there anyone with any more number one hits than the Whiznets?
One stormy night when just in time I saw the light. If it wasn't for the lighthouse, where would this ship be? This ship be?
Here's Avery with McCrae Dove and the Dove Brothers.
Hallelujah.
So in my years of being around this music, I've attended a lot of Gaither homecoming events, and what a way to end NQC 2024 Gaither style with the Gaither homecoming friends. Bill always has the cream of the crop on stage for these events, and just what a way to end the week, and great job by all the artists.
And after that, we were headed home from a awesome week, but very tiring one. So if you go to NQC, always try to at least get your sleep in, because as you can see, our buddy Colton here, he could barely keep his eyes open. And as soon as I got in the car, I was slumped too. So